Leave him alone. Let him go!
Immediate Threats from Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is a masterclass in tension building, not just because it's loud or fast, but because every choice works towards the same goal, creating musical chaos while maintaining an underlying structure. Let's see how these elements combine to tell a story and make you panic on purpose. The key of Immediate Threats is E minor, but the piece frequently ventures outside of it. Many chords do not belong strictly to the E minor scale, and this borrowing is deliberate. It adds colour, drama, and an ongoing sense of instability. The track opens with the notes E and F, played in succession. These two pitches are only a semitone apart, and their use here instantly calls to mind other panic pieces in musical history. For example, famously Jaws. It's a small interval, but its tension is unmistakable. Throughout the melody, semitone motion is common. This chromaticism can greatly increase the drama and evoke a sense of dread. The inclusion of diminished chords, inherently tense and unstable by nature, further heighten this effect. This balance between a stable tonic key and constant chromatic deviation is what allows the track to sound chaotic, without becoming completely directionless. The guitar's main riff is constructed from a highly intense stream of 16 semiquavers. The sheer speed and consistency of this rhythm create a sheer relentless drive. It feels as though the music is pushing you forward and barely giving you time to react. Adding to this instability is the constant change in time signature. The piece begins in 4/4, but suddenly every fourth bar shifts into 7/8. That one missing beat is surprisingly disorienting, and on a first listen it can completely throw off your internal sense of timing. The bridge section adds another layer of rhythmic unpredictability by placing emphasis on every third beat. Up until this point, the beat groupings have been even, and this new odd grouping jars the listener again. In the final section, the track alternates between 7/8 and 4/4, but over time, 4/4 becomes more dominant. This change can even be interpreted narratively. The heroes are finding their footing, establishing control over the battle, and forcing the chaos into a more stable form. This piece ends with a rising 6-note sting. To me, this is symbolic. 6 heroic strikes for 6 main characters, a musical representation of the party's final victorious blow. The sound palette of Immediate Threat is crucial to its impact. The track places huge emphasis on electric instruments. Distorted electric guitars and bass dominate, delivering a sound that is both physically and emotionally overwhelming. Their low register adds a sense of power and dread, the kind you can almost feel in your chest. Violins, on the other hand, provide a contrasting element. They mainly occupy the upper register, offering soaring, swooping phrases that stand apart from the grounded weight of the electric instruments. These string lines are not constant, they are used more sparingly, almost like counterattacks in the fight. I think of the strings as the heroes' voices, striking back against the aggression of the electric instruments. The choir sits in the mid-range, bridging the gap between the low and high elements. They bring a distinct timbre, and their forceful, shouted delivery adds a war cry character to the battle. The sheer number of voices adds weight and intensity, amplifying the sense that this is a decisive fight. There are also key sound design choices that contribute to the atmosphere. Guitar pick slides produce a high-pitched wailing sound that recalls the unsettling screeches of horror film string writing or the nails on a chalkboard effect. The opening of the track features an electric feedback-like noise before any of the main instruments enter, building anticipation and signalling that something significant is about to occur. Within the intro, a high-pitched guitar layer uses vibrato to mimic an alarm, and there's even a siren-like effect present, all of which increase urgency before the first downbeat even arrives. And none of this would work without the drums. The drums are absolutely essential to the cohesion of Immediate Threat. In a track with this much rhythmic complexity, the percussion section guides the listener through the time signature changes while maintaining the intensity of the performance. There is frequent use of open hi-hats, crash cymbals, and the snare drum, with tighter closed hi-hat playing and ride cymbal used when necessary for contrast. Of these, I feel the open hi-hats are the most deliberate choice. Their sustained metallic ring reinforces a sense of ongoing threat and power. Immediate Threat is not just a background battle theme, it is a carefully constructed musical narrative. Every choice in harmony, rhythm, and instrumentation serves the same dramatic purpose: to immerse the player in sudden danger by combining a clear tonal centre with chromaticism, relentless rhythms with unpredictable time changes, and a layered instrumentation. The track mirrors the experience of being thrown into a sudden, high-stakes fight, one where confusion gradually gives way to determination and victory. It is both musically sophisticated and narratively effective, making it one of the most memorable battle themes in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more breakdowns of JRPG music. It would mean the world to me. Take care, and see you later.